Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Joshua the Phantom Martin coming at you live. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. Coming at you from, actually, believe it or not, my dining room. I'm just relaxing today. I've been thinking about doing a review, and I did one just a few minutes ago, but it was too dark, so I'm doing it in the light now. So if you see the colors off, sorry, that's just the power save light. What I am doing a review on today is actually the Kangertech TOGO MINI, and I mean, as you can see, it's full of juice, but I can tell you that it has a 1600 milliamp lithium ion battery built into it. There's a charge port right there. The grip on it is very textured, so I mean, literally, I'm just lightly holding it and it doesn't slip. Comes in 3 colors: black, orange, and red. And there's a drip tip, 510 drip tip right on top. The way you open it is you unscrew the top right underneath the drip tip, and inside you have a plunge type atomizer at the bottom. Now what this does is underneath touches the positive, and the rest of it's messing with the negative, but heats up, gives you the vape. It has double-sided airflow adjust. There's one on this side, as you can see, it's wide open. It's closed, same as what it'll be on the other side. They're both exactly the same. They do stop wide open or wide closed, all the way closed. One thing that I see is it says 1.9 milliliters of juice can be put in here. I actually would say about 1.8, give or take. The reason why is whenever you have to buy the coils, the bottom part, the atomizer coil, it's a little bit bigger than what you're used to. I mean, not by much. It's maybe like less than a fraction of a hair, honestly. But you still want to lower your juice below the fill line that you see right there, where it says max. The tank built in, and the line goes right up to it. You can see exactly where you're supposed to fill it if you want to fill it up all the way. There's a firing button right there in the front, as you can see. The texture on this is awesome, like I said earlier. The battery, the one thing I can say, the plus on this is, okay, where I am right now is in Houston. We don't have a lot of Kangertech stuff. We have a lot of smock. And I've got a baby stick here, and as you can see, it'll light up, but I can't tell how far the battery is on it. With Kangertech, I love this about Kangertech. Right there, see that little black slit right there? Fingernail's about to touch it. Hey, what do you know? It lights up. It's telling you when it's on and telling you how much power it has. It has a 4.2 volt unregulated. So what that means is, well, the unregulated part is, when you're vaping on it, see how it's full battery? Now it's putting out 4.2. But as you're vaping on it, it'll drop down and drop down and drop down. Now, one thing I can say, I'm going to show you, it's 5 clicks to turn it on or off. See how it blinks? There you go, it's back on. Now, when your battery is dead, and I mean where it's not going to use anymore, it does this for like a good minute or two, and it's letting you know, hey, I'm dead, charge me, you know, whatever, put me in a wall. But I can't complain, you know, I haven't had any problems. The kit comes with the USB charger, a 510 plastic drip tip. Well, actually, this right here except the top of it's smaller. And what I was doing is I have a little drip tip, little 510 drip tip I had. What I did was I put it on top of the drip tip that came with it, and then stuck this part onto it to where I had an opening. That way if I wanted to cup it, I could use my middle finger or my index finger to fire it up. I do love the fact that I can hold it closed in my hand and it's comfortable. It's not, it's like formed to your hand. Natural, I mean, just buying it, it's like formed to your hand. Now, as you can see by mine, it's been through the ringer and back. I've dropped this several times and I'm amazed. The kit comes with another acrylic glass, as some of you would say, tube that goes right here on the Kangertech. But would you believe I've had this thing now for 3-4 months and I've never had to change the acrylic. This thing is just that stout, and I mean, I've pulled it out of my pocket and it's fallen. Like, there's been times that I would grab it like this, and the amount of force I grab it from, it pops off, and this has hit the ground so many times. I'm surprised. I am dumbfounded that I have yet to have to replace this acrylic. I've got the rest of the kit at the house that comes with more O-rings for the inside, for the acrylic, the other acrylic. That acrylic actually comes with a top cap on it to kind of keep it from wobbling around and breaking during transport. It comes with some more screws to where if you are trying to take these little screws out on it and you strip one by accident, you've got other screws for it. Like I said, I have yet to take this thing apart because I haven't had any need to. And I've heard, you know, I do watch a lot of reviewers online, and you know, some of them are like, oh, we don't deal with. As a matter of fact, one of the stores I went to said that they don't deal with Kangertech because they're leaky. Okay, this thing has yet to leak on me once. Okay, it has yet to act up in any which way. I love it. This one right here I use for nicotine chasing, to where I can get my nicotine lowered little by little till I'm down to 0. The smoke that you saw is actually a flavor, strictly flavor only. But, you know, for this little thing right here, I love it. I really do. I love the way it feels, the texture of it. I mean, I don't know the mechanics or anything inside of it. Personally, I don't want to, because I really don't want to strip this thing down and try and figure it out. I just love it, you know. I ain't had nothing bad to say about it. So, I can't do lung hits with this because the nicotine I'm on is 24, and this thing like doubles it. This thing right here, if you're on a 6, it's going to hit like a 12. If you're on a 12, it's going to hit like it's on 24. When you're on 24, this thing is going to hit like it's, again, double 48. So I'm smoking what equals to like 3 cigars at one time. And boy, does it knock me on my butt. But I mean, like I said, I can't do long hits on it because it has such a strong throat hit that I can't lung hit with it. So on this one, I do what's called mouth to lung, which is, whoop, turn it on first. And it doesn't produce a lot of smoke, which that's fine. I'm not trying to draw attention to myself, okay? Whenever I'm hitting on this thing, I'm trying to stay as discreet as I can, because a lot of people sit there and look at it, oh, you're smoking, no. I'm smoking e-liquid. I'm smoking, honestly, and this is Red Bull mixed in with a few other flavors. What's wrong with smoking? You know, it's better for you than cigarettes. And I know. My teeth are almost totally, a lot of my teeth are shattered from like right here back. It's all shattered because one, I just kept on smoking cigarettes and kept on and kept on and kept on, and it finally got even with me and shattered some of my teeth. I had dry mouth like crazy all the time. My sinuses, oh my God, don't even get me the line on those. But, I mean, since I started, and this is actually the first kit I ever bought. And, you know, I tell everyone, oh, I had one of those Easy or Ego, Aspire Ego. Yeah, I had one, and it messed up on me. So, this one's actually would be the second one I bought, but the first higher end. Usually, I spent like $45 on this, and it was juice and all. Not just this. I mean, minus this part, because this part was only $1 at a fair. But for this, and the tip, but tip broke on it, was $45 plus the juice. Don't need a battery. It's already got one in there. There's holes for venting, which, I mean, there's plenty of them. I like that. That's something that makes me feel secure. That if this battery starts expanding and it opens up that ring, that air is going to go out of it. And I ain't got to worry about overheating and all that. Other than that, I mean, I can't tell you the exact amount that the coils are because different places, different prices. Honestly, I see some places online, it's like, oh, here where I'm looking at it says it's like $2 and some odd cents. I've actually went to a few places where it's $5. The button. Okay, a lot of people are, well, it clicks. I don't like that. I do. You hear that? That's the button. I like the click. I like the click. Because that lets me know it's being pressed. Because sometimes I'm not paying attention, okay? I'm moving groceries or something. I have my hands full and, oh, I just heard a click. I'm pressing the button. So I flip it off, stick it in my pocket, whatever. I flip it off before I stick it in my pocket. I used to do model rockets and things like that, and I've realized you had to pull the power, otherwise you might shock yourself, and believe you me, I've shocked myself 3 times in my life from forgetting to shut something off. I knew. Turn that sucker off, pocket it, whatever. It's just me, okay? A lot of people will sit there and go, well, you know, what do you think about it? I like this. Now, granted, I have to fill it up 2, maybe 3 times. Mainly twice. As most I've actually had to fill this up because the amount of juice that you put in here compared to the battery life, it doesn't match. The battery actually outweighs the juice. So, I mean, to each your own, it's subjective. I like it, some people don't, because then I know, okay, I'm smoking too much nicotine, I need to back off, or I'm not smoking enough nicotine, or I'm getting real fidgety and real, so I need to smoke some more. So, I mean, to each their own. I like it because it helps me know, okay, I'm smoking way too much if I'm having to go through this whole thing, this whole cylinder in one day. If it's totally bone dry and I have to fill it up and the battery's only like half-life, or, see, now there's something wrong there. I'm smoking too much nicotine. So I like it because I'm, like I said, just keeping myself at one steady amount per day. And once I can get to where I'm done with the 24 nicotine, I'm dropping down, and then it's going to be steady. And when I'm done with it, I'll drop it down again. But, I mean, honestly, I honestly can say, besides the drip tip breaking, that was a con for me, because, I mean, it's plastic, but hey, Kangertech, you know what you're doing. I'm not, I'm not super knowledgeable about this stuff, but y'all know what y'all are doing. And y'all make a real good product. I enjoy it. I mean, I really do. I like the click. I like the way it's shaped. And definitely love the colors. What I was saying is that y'all have like orange, black, red. Y'all have my favorite colors, okay? I've got 7 of them, okay? Honestly, I have 7. But I prefer the Halloween type thing. So red and black, can't go wrong there. But anyways, this is Joshua the Phantom Martin saying live free and vape well.